So in the last lecture, we applied a route guard to our admin route. Now, while I'm logged out, if I try to access this admin route, I get redirected to this login page. However, when I log in, I go to the home page. In terms of the user experience, it would be nicer if I was redirected back to the admin page where I wanted to go. So let me show you how to implement this. First, I'm going to log out. Then I'm going to try to access the admin route again. Now at this point, when we take the user to this login page, we should also pass a query parameter like return URL. Return URL. And with this, when the user successfully logs in, we can take them back to where they wanted to go. So back in our auth guard, this is where we navigate the user to the login page. Here, I'm going to pass a second argument to the navigate method. This is an object with one property, query params. We set this to an object, and in this object, we have a property called return URL. Now, what should we use here? In the last lecture, you saw the documentation of canActivate interface. So you saw that this canActivate method takes two parameters. One is route, and the other is state. This state parameter is of type router state snapshot. Let's import this. Now with this state parameter, we can get access to the URL that the user wanted to access. So here, I'm going to set the value of the return URL property to state.url. That's all we have to do to send this query parameter to the login page. Only one line of code. Now here we can also optionally annotate the route parameter, but it doesn't really add any value. Now we should go to our login component and get this query parameter. So let's go to login.component.ts. In order to access route parameters, we need to inject the activated route service into the constructor of this class. So private route of type activated route. Let's import this. Now here we have a compilation error. Cannot find name activated route. So let's have a look here. Looks like my auto import plugin didn't work. So this may happen from time to time for you as well. In that case, you need to manually add that here. Okay, the compilation error is gone. Now in our sign-in method, when the user successfully logs in, instead of navigating them to the home page, you want to check the query parameters. And if we have return URL, we want to send the user to that URL. Otherwise, we're going to send them to the home page. So let return URL equal. We're going to get this route. Now here we can safely use the snapshot because on this login page, we don't have a link or a button that takes the user to the same page. So in other words, we don't need to subscribe to the query param map observable. We can use the snapshot, okay? So this .route.snapshot .query param map .get return URL. Now I'm going to change this to return URL or the home page. So if you have a return URL, we're going to send the user here. Otherwise, the home page. Let's test the application. So currently I'm logged out. Let me try to access the admin route. Okay, we're on the login page and here's our query parameter. Let me log in. And finally, we're on the admin page. Beautiful. Now, let's go to the home page, log out, and test the other scenario. So I'm going to access the login page without a return URL. Sign in. And this takes us to the home page. Beautiful.